Welcome everybody. My name is Boglárka Pető and I'd like to present the progress on my PhD project investigating the role of maternal age as a risk factor on the occurrence of non-chromosomal congenital abnormalities. I'm working as a specialist at the Obstetrics and Gynecology Department of the Semmelweis University. My vision is a Hungary where pregnant women receive a state-of-the-art pregnant care, which is the key to guarantee the best chance for the new generations. And on this way, my mission is improving the screening methods of non-chromosomal congenital abnormalities. To reach my scientific goal, I've got two ongoing projects. We investigate this question on a global level by a meta-analysis and on a country level by a population-based study. Please let me start with the population-based study, which is our first project. Why is it relevant to investigate this question in Hungary? In Hungary, the frequency of non-chromosomal congenital abnormalities is same as worldwide, about 3 to 5%. And in Hungary, about 30% of live births fall into the high-risk maternal age zones. Our clinical question is which maternal age categories show the highest risk of different birth defects in the Hungarian pregnant population. Please let me introduce shortly our study design. We collected our data from the Hungarian Case Control Surveillance of Congenital Abnormalities database, which is a really unique database as its size, its comprehensiveness, and wide data of wide range of information. So we've got really detailed information about more than 30,000 pregnancies. And we compared our data with data from the Hungarian Central Statistical Office, so we analyzed more than 3 million pregnancies during the study period. In the literature, when analyzed this question, in general, the concept is to using arbitrary age categories. And our concept, or novel statistical approach, was to identify the best maternal age, best 10 years, best 10 maternal age years, and to compare each another maternal ages to this best 10-year category. And you can see on this graph this gray field, which is the best 10-year, and among the line you can see another gray field, which shows the confidence interval. And it's visible on this graph, both very young and advanced maternal age increases the risk when we analyze all non-chromosomal abnormalities together. On the next slide, I'd like to introduce more non-chromosomal abnormality groups which are influenced by advanced and very young maternal ages. And I would highlight the circulatory system, because the circulatory system anomalies are really severe and really frequent. And there is a chance to improve the screening methods because there is additional screening method, the fetal echocardiography. And today, at fetal echocardiography, there isn't a maternal age related indication. On this graph, you can see urinary system and facial abnormalities, which are influenced by advanced maternal age. And the nervous system is the only one which is influenced by very young maternal age category. We found that there is no correlation with maternal age at respiratory system, but it can be because of the low case number of respiratory system anomalies. Our conclusion was maternal age highly correlates with non-chromosomal congenital abnormalities, congenital heart defects associated with very young and advanced maternal age, while neural tube defects associated with very young maternal age. With this new knowledge, we can specify screening methods to use fetal echocardiography and fetal neurosonography. And for research in the future, we can investigate the biological background and establish a registry. The huge case number, the unique database and data collection methods, and novel statistical approach are the main strengths of our study, while limitations are that data collection ended in 2009 and the changing genetic screening and genetic screening methods during the long study period. We submitted our manuscript in August and we are waiting for the review. Please let me continue my presentation with our second project. Why is it relevant to investigate this question on a global level? There is a really clear information in the literature about the chromosomal abnormalities, and there is a really clear screening protocol for them. But at non-chromosomal abnormalities, there is no uniform recommendations, and this graph shows us that at chromosomal abnormalities, there is a really sharp increase with maternal age, and it can be the explanation of this situation. So our aim is to identify these groups regarding maternal age at non-chromosomal abnormalities. Our clinical question was again, which maternal age categories pose the highest risk for different birth defects? We carried out a systematic search, and at the end of screening process, we've got more than 100 articles for the mathematical synthesis. At the first result slide, you can see non-chromosomal congenital abnormalities together. Analyzing 9 articles, we found that both advanced and very young maternal age categories increases the risk, and these results both statistically and clinically relevant. On the next slide, we analyzed congenital heart defects, and in the meta-analysis, we found that advanced maternal age increases the risk, while very young maternal age can prevent the occurrence of congenital heart defects. And I would highlight gastroschisis, which is shows a really special situation. Very young maternal age categories increase the risk, and the risk increasing effect is 3 times. Very young and advanced maternal age increases the risk of congenital abnormalities, while advanced maternal age increases the risk of congenital heart defects. With our new knowledge, we'd like to specify screening methods and use advanced ultrasound screening at the highlighted maternal age categories. And in the future, we should study the biological background of this question and to make a new meta-analysis or another type of analysis with confounders. The high number of cases and articles, the generalizable results, and low risk of bias are the main strengths, and it can be the first meta-analysis about non-chromosomal abnormalities, while the long screening period, the changing screening methods, the inconsistent categorization of outcomes, and the different age categories are the main limitations. We plan to finish our article draft this month. And please let me close my presentation with the Nobel Prize laureate Albert Szent-Györgyi. Research is to see what everybody else has seen and to think what nobody else has told. Thank you for your attention.